Welcome. My name's Craig Bricknell. I'm the CEO of Future CX, and I'm here today to talk to you about our Bethel Security Vault, our Bethel tech stack, which is based around zero knowledge proof decentralized data security platform, and it's a protocol which you can use in enterprise as well as our retail version. We'll cover a bit of that today. Hopefully I'll be able to entertain you all and keep you all awake. It's a fascinating subject. So, what's it all about? Zero knowledge proof with enterprise storage. Well, let's talk about the problems that the world has today with the current way that data is stored, whether it's a live database, whether it's a cold storage system, whether it's corporate, government. Let's talk about the problems that we have with typical PKFS or public and private key secured systems. They're vulnerable. All the data is stored with some sort of identifying information so it can be recovered. So that's a vulnerability. We talk about this, we have growing security risks. The Fortinet data theft, they stole thousands and thousands and thousands of customers' highly sensitive personal information. You know, ransomware is a big problem. Highly organised attacks. It's a breach of Moverit's system, the ransomware attack. 3.1 million people were held to ransom for their data and their information. The Sri Lankan government, this is a big one. They lost their whole, and I mean their whole, national health data set. So the whole country's health information, medical information was stolen and then deleted. And that was secured by the current systems that all the centralised server companies are using now, corporate and government use now. It's vulnerable. So what are we going to do about that? What's the solution? You know, that just really sums it up there. Sri Lanka's national health data was deleted. That's just one of thousands and thousands of cases. So what is the answer? Well, the answer is Bethel ZKP Enterprise or Bethel ZKP Storage. And what makes us different? We are a zero knowledge proof, protected, decentralized, blockchain-based data security and storage business. We're a real world asset. We're a real world company. We're not just some fancy idea. We exist in our head offices in Australia, we have offices in Singapore, and we have a development team and office in Sri Lanka. So just going through it again, current systems use various different ways of securing things, but essentially we're talking about a username and a password in whatever form it takes. When that information is stored, as you all know, it's stored with your data, it's stored with your files, it's stored with a data set so that you can recover it. It makes it vulnerable. And that's what we're solving. We're trying to take out, we have taken out the vulnerability in securing data so that you have, and companies and governments have, complete control of that data in a way that's never been done before. We say that Bethel ZKP-E, our enterprise-grade storage protocol and system, is the next generation of data security. And that's not just a catchphrase. That's real. That is what we say. With zero knowledge proofs, based on a decentralized blockchain, you can overlay any existing centralized Web 2 storage, or it can be, you can start off afresh. So this diagram up here now that you're looking at, that essentially sums up what we do. So at the moment your data will come in, it's not on this screen, but your data comes into a server, you put in your password, it gets saved, it gets maybe backed up, maybe saved on a couple of different servers. But with us, your data comes in. We'll just go through this step by step. The first block there is ZK service. So your data comes in, and a zero knowledge proof And let's talk about what a zero-knowledge proof is for those that are not aware what a zero-knowledge proof is. It's a way of identifying to a server that that I own that data, but I'm not going to give you any information at all about me. And you will accept that I am me. So basically, I am I, that's mine. I'm not going to tell you who I am. I'm not going to hand over any information, but you're going to give me back my information. You have complete control in a way that's never been done before with zero-knowledge proofs. So your data comes in. It's a tri-party thing. It's based on devices, a mapping of a computer microchip, so it's individual. It's like a fingerprint. It is also based around your own. Maybe your eyes are being used to verify who you are on your device, but it all stays with you. So the data comes in, it's zero-knowledge proofed. Then it's moved across to the middle screen, where it's chunked. So we've secured your data with the zero-knowledge proof. We then break that up into little chunks. So all your files are broken up into little tiny pieces. They're put on the blockchain, so the metadata is secured. So it's immutable, it's trackable, it's traceable. And then, once it's been broken up into all these little chunks, it's either stored on the customer's own file servers, it's stored on nodes around the world, it can be geo-fenced, it can be put wherever you like, and it can be replicated again and again and again. And the more it's replicated, the more secure it is. That's that last screen, that last box right now. So once it's at that point, it won't matter if somebody breaks in and steals the data. It has no identifying information in those little chunks. But there's no password information. There is absolutely nothing. So they can steal it all they like, but they can't put it back together. It's just a bunch of useless ones and zeros. And that's what makes it hack-proof. It makes it, it's what we say makes it hack-proof. It stops anybody from stealing it, putting it back together, holding it to ransom. It's 100% secure. So that's before we go on to our ZKP storage, which is our retail version. Let's just go back a step here. Let's talk about this. We work with government. We work with corporates. We work with anybody who would like to secure their data. Right now, we are working with the Sri Lankan government. We are securing their whole national database. And that's a big deal. The whole country is going to be secured with zero-knowledge proofs in our systems. And they've said to us, we want to geo-fence that, we want that on our servers, we want it replicated around the country, and that's exactly what we're doing for them. And we're talking to other people at the moment. So that's what we're doing. That's how big this is. And we're right at the beginning of the journey. So let's move on to our zero-knowledge proof storage. This is our retail version. There's an app being released this afternoon. We've already got a PC version that's out there that's been tested. You can go and try that. That's about to be updated as well. It makes it easy to set up a zero-knowledge proof identity for yourself. It's all automated. And then set up a file storage plan for you on your app. And it's cheap. There's the other thing. For their retail version, the storage is nowhere near what you're paying on, Apple or Google, Android right now. And it's secured with exactly the same technology, zero-knowledge proof, decentralized, blockchain-based data security. It's drag and drop. It's really easy to use. There we go. There's a lovely graphic. So they're actually images of our dashboards. It's that simple. So what we're saying to you is, a bit later on today, come past our stand, get the QR code, try it. It's free for a month. So you put it on your phone and have a play. But if you're interested in the enterprise version, come and talk to us about that as well. You can use the app to test it. It works exactly the same way. Once again, with zero knowledge proof, decentralized blockchain technology, you have control. So these are the things that we do. We are working on complete privacy assurance. Because it's the zero knowledge proof on the blockchain, none of your information's passed. You know, we're all handing over our data every day. We are, you know, go to the shop, we hand over our email, our phone number. With zero knowledge proof, that does not happen. It puts you back in control. The second one's a really interesting one that we're working on right now. We know that once AI really kicks in a couple of years' time, there won't be a single security protocol in the planet that won't be broken within 30 minutes. So what we're doing is we're working on, with our protocols, to make our, once you put AI together with a quantum computer, it's going to be unbelievably smart. It will just take over all the current security protocols. It'll break them in minutes. What we're working on is a way to secure data against that eventuality. And that's happening, and it's really exciting. It's something that we're working on. Our system is scalable and it's efficient. It's fast. You know, we can run live databases. We're talking to a bank at the moment who are going to set up with us, and they're going to use us to secure all their transactions. You can imagine how many transactions there are a second in a bank, both inwards and outwards, and they want to zero knowledge proof them, put them, decentralize them, and secure them with our application. The other thing that we've got, because of our enterprise version, we can take any current Web 2-based centralized storage system, overlay our protocols on top of that, and secure it, and it's seamless for the customer. So they don't have to do much other than engage us to set it up. You know, it's about trust and compliance. So we meet all of the right protocols. I'm not sure that when people say to us, are you up to international standard XYZ? The answer is yes. And they say, well, how? And they say, well, because this far exceeds those standards. There are no standards right now. There are people working on this to actually create standards around decentralized zero knowledge proof technology. But we're way ahead of them. We're already there. As I said earlier, we are securing Sri Lanka's data set. We're also working on an agricultural market hub for them so that they can have their complete traceability and accountability and trackability and make sure there's no hanky-panky going on around their pricing for when farmers buy products that come in from overseas and when they sell their products to people who want to purchase that. That's something also being secured with zero knowledge proof on our blockchain. It's decentralized and it's bulletproof. And that's going to revolutionize things for them, and it's going to lower costs for them producing all of their grown product. Okay, so what makes us decentralized? Why are we at AusCryptoCon? The heart of our system, our ecosystem, is our Beex token. So our Beex token's available on MEXC and Bitmart. And what we do, because we're decentralized, we really are a truly decentralized business. We will take payment in whatever form and we will convert that into Beex tokens every time. So Beex is what we use as the lifeblood of our system. And then anybody who uses our system and pays us with Beex token for our storage services gets a 20% discount on top of that. So that's the sales pitch. Had to give you that. But it's available on MEXC and Bitmart, and we're right at the beginning of this journey. This is the right time to get involved. That's it. I think that I've now given you everything that I can give you. regarding zero knowledge proofs and how we store things and how we secure it for the world. And has anybody got any questions? There's one. I'll just come down to the floor and we'll just wander around for a couple of minutes.
How do you keep the decentralized data? Because all the nodes have to keep all the data?
Now that's way above my pay grade because I'm the CEO, but we need to talk to my CTO about that. But suffice to say is that they all talk to each other. I don't know the complete technical answer for that one, but I can assure you it's completely safe. It's completely secure. The different nodes all, talk to each other and make sure that everything's the same, nothing gets chained. Because it's on the blockchain, we can track the transactions, we know exactly what's going on. So the metadata's there.
Okay. No, I just have that question because I don't know how you keep all the decentralized data. That means all the nodes has the data,
so just one thing, it's not centralized data. It's, I'll just go back up here. It is decentralized data. Because we have different nodes and different servers around the world, and because it's been chunked, it's split up and spread around the world, and then it's replicated as well. So there's no central repository for one set of data. There's lots of sets of data all over the place, and because they've been broken up and replicated, they're not all replicated exactly the same in every spot. So that makes it even more secure, because you could steal this bit, and even if you found a way to put it back together again, it's not the complete set of data. So hopefully that answers your question. And if you'd like to know more, come past our booth and our guys will happily talk to you. Yeah, come on.
Two questions. So why then did the Sri Lankans want to keep their data onshore? So that must be, that makes it moot, doesn't it?
Yep.
Your token, is that a consumer, are you using that as a utility token to drive your system? Or is it, what
Okay, great questions. Love those questions. First, the second one first. Yes, it's a utility token to drive our system. Okay, now, why do the Sri Lankan government want to keep it within their own country? That's for political reasons. That's for national security reasons. So what they're doing is, it's still decentralized because for them, it's not stored on one server on one server farm. It's spread throughout lots of different areas within their country. So they have replication of things, and so it goes to the nodes that they've set up within the country and spread around the country. So again, it gets broken up, it gets chunked, and it gets distributed to different places in different bits and replicated again. So that gives them the comfort in knowing that it's not going to be stolen again. And they do talk to each other. And look, I get what you're asking, and that's probably a longer conversation, other than we can say that we do know that it's still decentralised, even though it's geo-fenced within Sri Lanka. And if you'd like to know more, come past our booth and I'll put you in front of our CTO and he can really explain it to you. Anybody else? Oh, okay. Well, a couple of people. I love this.
In like a real-time application, say in like an API, how does it affect like latency compared to a standard data storage?
Another great question. Okay, so now we're delving into the realms of technical stuff that really I'm not that across. I'm the big picture person of our business. There is an API connection. You can have that. So, and as far as the latency goes, it's extremely high speed. That's the simple answer. You had a question.
Thank you. This is a thrilling presentation, and I think this is for zero proof votes. You will be great to saving the data securely and without loss of privacy. So regarding right now, there are a lot of wallets out of the markets. Will be a great implementation of using a JKP to secure the address also, the user address. As using the wallet, using this storage to serve as a wallet, short, yeah.
Okay, so I'm not sure that I got quite all of that. And correct me if I'm wrong, you just want to know what the difference is between zero-knowledge proof storage for every individuals and their own data security. Was that right?
I think it's a great solution for using zero-knowledge proof for storage. Will be also another great idea to use zero-knowledge proof for implementing the wallets.
Okay, so now I get it. Sorry, I missed that bit, the wallet part. We already have a digital wallet with zero-knowledge proof. Another thing that we're also rolling out for Sri Lanka, they have a thing called the National Youth Council of Sri Lanka. Now, a youth in Sri Lanka is anybody up to the age of 35, I think. So there's about 4 million people. And the National Youth Council is the peak body that organises events, training, programs, sporting clubs are all members, memberships to all sorts of things. And they've asked us and engaged us, we have a contract with them, to provide, and we've already developed it, we're just about to roll that out as well, is a National Youth digital wallet where they'll be able to go online, secured with zero-knowledge proofs, secured with decentralized-based, blockchain-based security, and book courses, store their university degrees, their educational information, a whole heap of stuff. You name it, it's on it. So we've already got that in place, and that can be rolled out anywhere. Anything else? Oh, one more. We've got time for one more.
Sorry, I know. So for zero proof knowledge, I think it's very essential to make sure the user actually knowing your company is using the zero proof knowledge, zero proof. So is that the technology stack is open source for independent review?
Yes. Simple answer is yes. Yeah, it's all, again, decentralization means it's got to be available, it's got to be provable, you've got to be able to check it out and know that it's real. So yes, it is open. Well, if there's no other questions, I'd like to thank you all for your time today. Really, really appreciate it. Come and see us at the booth. We've got some jelly beans over there that are pretty good too. And we'd love to see you. Thank you very much.